Morning everybody, I'm just here today to share my newest journal which I've just completed. It's my design team project for Artymaze using a spring watercolour kit. I've had this kit a few weeks, but I've just been really behind with getting stuff done and everything. We had possibly a week last week with really good weather, so I sort of spent a lot of time in my garden. I've got lots of work to do, so I was outside, and I was really inspired by the good weather when I did come in to sort of get cracking on this journal, because it just felt so spring-like. But that has wore off today because it's quite cold here in the UK. It's raining and it's quite dark. I've got all my lights on and it's still very, very dark, and I'm probably casting shadows and everything over what I filmed. And also I want to apologise here for, no matter how I position my camera, I can't at the moment get this tripod leg out of my shot. Somebody's been messing with my tripod as usual, and I normally have it left with all in my setup, but obviously everything's moved, and so if you can sort of ignore that, because it's actually getting on my nerves as well, but it is what it is. Right, anyway, onto the journal. I've done this in an accordion style journal because I do like making these every now and again, and I just love how you can get so much writing space, journaling space into something sort of that looks quite slender. It measures, it's like a traveller's size notebook, but it's 7.5 by 3.5. Oh, before I go any further, this journal is already sold and I'm posting it this afternoon, and I just wanted to quickly film it before it went to its new home. Right, I've just done a lemon, what's this ribbon called? Yeah, ribbon, which I've just coloured to sort of match the journal. This journalist kit is just so spring-like, it's lovely. And I wanted to do, well, first of all, well, it's a bit hard to explain an accordion style journal. For those of you who have seen them, there are basically, it's got 5 signatures, but they're sort of spread, if I can sort of get it out, over a sort of an accordion style. I'll never get this back together now, and it's probably not in thingy, but it's all spread sort of like that. And then when you sort of shut it, it shuts up like an accordion. And the same on the other side. If I can get that side out. It is hard to get everything in one shot, but I will go through it a bit more properly as we go through. Right, so that's the basis of it. Like I said, it's got 5 signatures. Has it got 100 pages front to back? Yeah, I think I've got all that in, what I'm meant to get in. Right, I'll go straight into it. The first, what I call signature in the accordion, it's got some of these spring papers. Now I have used a couple of other little bits from Artymaze's various spring kits she's had out over the years. I think I've got some stuff from Spring Mist in it, and is it a touch of spring? These were some little bits of scraps I had, and I just thought, good time to use some sort of spring-like scraps up is when you're doing a spring journal, obviously. So if there's anything other than the watercolour kit, which is what I've mainly used, I will point out. The front, like I said, I've done a collage with something. I love this daffodil images, and I just immediately think of daffodils when I think of spring. They also remind me of my mum, because they were my mum's favourite flowers, daffodils, and if I can remember my mum's garden, it was always filled with daffodils and bluebells at this time of year. It was beautiful. And I always do try to have a bunch in my kitchen, just as a reminder of like better days, which we obviously had. Right, left some bit of a flip up. Little tuck spot here. Just done a little lace pocket thing here, and a couple of journaling cards. This actually might be from Dragonfly Dreams, but everything works in this kit. Anything that was sort of spring-like just works so well in it. And I just love that there's loads of butterflies in this kit. Hope you can, I am in frame. I've put some Edith Holden in. I love this centre page. This was from the kit Watercolour Spring, but it's just lovely. And I just love it, the daffodil and how it's sort of, oh, I just love it. Edith Holden again. Like I said, there is a lot of writing space in these journals. I will explain on the back afterwards how I've left a lot of writing space. But these bits here, you can always write and journal in them. I made myself one of these last year, and I had it as a gardening journal, which it lasted me over the spring and summer, where I jotted out seeds I wanted to sow, plants I'd bought, how they were doing, would I do them again. So I find them quite ideal for things like this. Now going into the second signature, I've just done another collage here with various bits from, I think these are from an older spring kit from Andrea, some background papers of hers. That's why I love these background papers. You can just use them up, and any scraps I've got left I just use to do collage, because I actually quite enjoy collage. And like I said last week, because it was sunny, I was so inspired by spring. This week now the weather's turned again. I'm just about, in fact I'm doing the worst job in the world today. I hate doing it. I've got to coffee dye and tea dye some papers. I've literally not got one single tea stained or coffee stained paper, and I've let it sort of get to that stage, but now I've got to start today and get that done before I start anything. A little bit of paper I got out of a music book, and it just says "In God's Garden, Floral Cantata." But just thought it well with the sort of garden spring theme. A tag which I've just collaged up and put one of these little what's it? Little words are from Andrea's last kit, I think, was it Spring Mist rings a bell, and I've just backed them with some papers I've had knocking around. Some lined papers, which are always great for note keeping. This is from an old kit of Andrea's. I think it might be A Touch of Nature, but I thought a bunny, butterfly, spring, it sort of all works. One of the collage papers here, which I just love that colour. And that was just a little tag I got off some clothes. I always keep the tags from clothes because I just think they make nice little journaling cards, and I do try to recycle as much as I can now. This is from an old little botanical book about flowers, which I have. Some more coffee stain paper. Made a little pocket here, just a little bunny tag, and I think this might be from Ferns and Mushrooms, but I just thought the colours went well. Is this coming to the end of the second signature? Just put a little bit of embossed scraps that I had knocking about, and I've made a little tag from some Edith Holden paper, and just put one of these little words from Artymaze. It said, "Be patient with yourself, nothing in nature blooms all year," which I think is quite a lovely sentiment, really. We just expect things to be perfect all year, don't we? This is one of Andrea's background papers, which I just love because you have to do absolutely nothing to it. It's just, and I just love the colours, so spring-like. Start of the third signature now. I've just done another collage section here, where you could write your name or anything on here. It just says spring. A little collage tag, which I won't take everything out. It sort of plainly, obviously, what it is. A little journaling card which says spring, the music of open windows, which I've backed with some papers behind. That just clips in there. Another Edith Holden, which I absolutely love this Edith Holden page, because it's got little birds on it. It's got violets, are they, and primroses, I think. Just so spring-like. Here I've left plenty of section space for journaling. The Edith Holden, which says April. Look at that, isn't it? So spring-like. I love Edith Holden's artwork. She was such a talented lady, wasn't she? Just a little tuck spot here where I've just put some paper in for journaling. A couple of journaling spots here. Not sure if it's filming, my watch keeps going off. Sorry if I'm not in frame, I'm really bad at this filming. Right, this is what I'd call the first part of the accordion. Holds 3 signatures, and this is the end of the third signature, which is just collaged up the back page. Then when you flip it over, if this makes sense, you now go into the second part of the accordion, which has 2 signatures. That makes up the 5 signatures. I think I followed a tutorial how to do this if anybody's interested from I did 2 actually. One was Artymaze, and it should be on somewhere. It was originally an idea from the Somerset Studio magazine, and then I followed another one from Susie on Creative Cafe Girl. She really explains it really well how to do it from scratch, and I just sort of worked on those 2 tutorials. Right, this is the beginning of the 4th signature. I've just collaged up again with some bits from the Watercolour Spring kit. These papers are lovely. Another Edith Holden page which just flips out. Here I've just done one of these little Tim Holtz die cut things where I've just put in some little cigarette cards. Just put a butterfly on the front. This paper actually is one of my favourite. I wanted to use this as a journal cover, but I sort of got sidetracked with lemons and it was blue, but it all works. But I just love that little bird on it. It's just beautiful. Some more background papers, Edith Holden, more writing space. And here I just collaged up another tag. Put one of these little word sayings, whatever you call them. All the flowers of all tomorrows are in the seeds of today. And I just love those words. Now this is where I've said I have left a lot of writing space. On the back of all these, whereas on the front I collaged them all, I left them all plain just for writing. I've done another flip here. More space for writing, and this is the 5th signature now, which is the last signature in the accordion. I know there can be a bit confusing, because I was talking to a friend yesterday and she said she gets all confused watching them. I sort of get confused trying to explain them too. Edith Holden, just a little page that tells you about willow herb. Another little collage tag, little journaling card. This is from the kit and I just loved it. I have shrunk this down a little bit because it wouldn't have fitted in my journal otherwise, but I didn't want to cut it off, so I just sort of folded it in, and you can tuck things behind that quite easily. Just me to get notifications when I'm filming. My mindfulness notification. More Edith Holden. Love this blue butterfly as well. And that is the end of the journal now. And then when you flip over, it brings you back to the beginning. So it's like 3 signatures in the front of it, 2 signatures get tucked in behind it. You could actually put 3 in behind it, but I was worrying about it getting a little bit too bulky and not folding over correctly. Hope I haven't made you dizzy now with turns and twists. Anyway, once again, I'd like to thank Andrea for giving me the opportunity to use her lovely kit. And I'll put a link to Artymaze shop below. Like I said, it is already sold and I'm just about to wrap it and post it today. Hope you're all having a good day and your weather's a little better than ours. Take care, catch you all soon, bye.